Hey there, I'm John Zimmerman with Table Rock Trout Unlimited and Upper Creek Angler, and today we're going to be tying a fusion fly. It fuses together two of my very favorite patterns, a sexy Walt's worm and a Holy Grail fly. So we're going to start with a Beavis fluorescent orange thread. I'm going to wrap that deeply into the bend of this hook.
I think you tell leaving this first job. Oh, that's inside. Human, yeah. I'm taking my life in my hands.
And what makes this slightly a fusion fly is we're going to take the dubbing and apply it really loosely through our thread, to our thread, so that when the fly starts to get wet in the water and gets chewed on by a few fish, it will start to show the underbody color of the thread that we are using. So that's why we're using this fluorescent orange thread, because we want the underbody to start to show through after a few fish have taken a few nicks at it. So we're going to go all the way back after just a couple passes of this and start adding some of our thread, some of our dubbing. So we've got a number of dubbing options that we can use. I'm going to use a caddis green dubbing for this. One of the great things about this pattern is you can really alter the nature of the overall finished fly by the different dubbing color choices that you might use and the different fluorescent threads that you might use in order to achieve the intended effect. Before we dub, we need to add in our ribbing. Almost forgot to do that. We're going to use some holographic green tinsel for this. If you can see the thread through the dubbing, do not panic or do not think twice about it. You actually want to be able to see some of the thread through the dubbing.
Well, I gotta keep them security. Can't confirm or deny.
Just so you know, there's a tradition of sharing information in the other office.
Oh, well, in that case, I heard you guys come to the supply closet at the Christmas party and it's been a little awkward ever since because people. Look, is she gonna fire us?
Pull that down just a little bit.
Nick? I'm not sending a PDF. I'm the secretary.
The secretary is busy. Hey, why don't we all take a seat and take our private class? The prison holding two boys is located 20 miles outside of Damascus in a rural area. Mostly abandoned warehouses and farms. But our team on the ground made a positive ID. They're working with people inside.
How big is the thing?
4 guys. Specialized. The prison is low security. One hero. In and out on the cover of documents, and barring unanticipated complications.
There's no reason to think that these kids are somehow CIA.
We haven't flagged them anywhere. And the FBI...
Bring the ribbing material up.
Chief of Staff is telling me I can sign off. So this is the official go-ahead. We're like 2 hours out.
Yes, ma'am.
How's George doing?
He's good at it. A little high-strung, but I think he'll settle in.
Good.
He's doing
We're
good
going to
work.
pull this bead back and really cement it back here. Because we're going to do a good deal of work at the front of the fly, but we want to make sure that we've got plenty of room to do the work in the front of the fly. So let's cement the bead back there. Add just a little bit more dubbing to the very back of this to cover up. And our wing case is going to be some pheasant tail fibers. So reach in and cut out a clump of pheasant tail fibers and tie those in back here just behind this bead and cover that up just a fuzz with a little bit more of the dubbing. And this tie in, cover up, tie in, cover up will really help you achieve an overall
Yeah, I have a rough first draft. I'm still working on the
an overall taper to this fly. So from the front of this, we are almost ready to be finished. We're going to tie in a soft tackle feather. I'm using some partridge here.
Can I be cautiously optimistic?
Well, that's the more serious look.
You can be forward.
No, it is ready.
Can we maybe just throw in
And wrap
something,
that up flush with the bead.
maybe a reference to global health patients or developing
Cut that out.
Yeah, I just don't think now. Right? What if I'm grateful for the opportunity to expose
And we're going to take a couple wraps of the soft tackle
toward a more global thinking?
just in front of the bead. With each wrap, if you pull back, you'll get those to pull back toward the fly. Come in and catch. And using your thread, push those back toward the back of the hook. Come in and clip any of these loose fibers out. Splitting these feathers evenly on either side of the bead. You're going to bring the pheasant tail over.
It's just not helpful.
Grab it and make several securing wrap, one wrap in front and then several securing wraps behind the pheasant tail. And then just to secure your work here before you lose any of it, tie in a little whip finish. And you may end up not needing to make another turn of thread. But all you're going to do now is reach in and cut out the pheasant tail. And since we did some work with some wraps to really push those partridge feathers back, we are done with this fly. And if you clip the pheasant tail at a little bit of an angle, just like you would an elk hair caddis, it will help you create a little head on the fly. So this is a fusion pattern between a Holy Grail fly and a sexy Walt. It will mirror a lot of the functions of a sexy Walt. Once this gets wet and the dubbing starts to shimmer a little bit, and that bright orange underbody shows through in the finished wet fly. So tie this one up in lots of different dubbing colors with lots of different ribbing colors. Even play with some different materials for the wing case, not just pheasant tail. Certainly could use it in lots of the dyed pheasant tail colors. Could use saltwater flashaboo, one of my favorite materials, for the wing case as well. So happy tying. Keep this one in lots of colors and lots of sizes. Happy tying.